Hey man, if you're not on Facebook and our group page, Madden Franchise Junkies, go to the group and ask to join that page, man. We just opened it up, man. We one person away from being at 100 in a few days actually, so that's good. Keep it popping. We got all our content comes out on that. If you're looking for people to join your leagues, whatever the case may be, man, man, Franchise Junkies, the Facebook group page is where it's at. Get over there, man, and promote your whatever you got going on Madden, and let's get to it. You know what I'm talking about? You can see a lot what's going on with the Madden Franchise Junkie brand, what we got going on as far as our leagues and everything else. um, so much stuff over there, so much content you can get to, man. We would like to see what everybody else is doing in their leagues as well, man. Post that. You know what I mean? Be a part of something we just started, a little private group where we trying to, promote and have it, where everybody can, do their little plugs and whatever the case may be, man. Get over there, get down with it, join the group, and I mean support the movement. You know what I'm talking about? With that being said, we are Real Talk and R.T.S. episode 7, Real Talk. The last days, man, we gonna remember greatness. That's all I want to talk about. We're gonna remember some things going into the end of Game of Thrones league. Game of Thrones 2 was a success, man. It was our favorite, maybe one of my favorite leagues, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just from the beginning to the end, man, we came into it. We left Game of Thrones and real draft last year in Madden 20, and we came into Game of Thrones to start the disc off with, man. And we got to season 8. Honestly, could go a little farther, but we're gonna cut it short here at season 8, man, and get right into the real draft league, man. The best league around, hands down. Don't ask nobody, find out yourself. So the next time you wanna be a part of Game of Thrones 2, 3, it will be available to you when Madden 22 come out. So again, Game of Thrones league, man. One of my favorite league. The league where we create the draft class. It's called the No Name Draft Class, where we do a lot of editing to the draft class to make it a great draft class. This league is the best way I can explain it is you can play. It's scheme over team. So bottom line, as the league goes on, XPs are raised a little higher. The way we develop the players, the stuff that we do inside the league to be able to help people uh, build their team is a learning experience. It teaches you how to build your team, how to be a great GM. Um, it also makes you allow you to enjoy your draft class where your rookies are really important. And what it does is we put you in a situation where you can play the MUT filling. You get the MUT filling with rosters, with the cards and buying the best cards. You could do that within yourself by just developing your players without having to spend $5,000 to have the best team in MUT. So Game of Thrones is connected franchise mode of MUT. So when you get to season 5, 6, 7, 8, and on, it becomes scheme over team, and everybody has great players, stars litting up all over the field. There's really no mismatches unless you just good at scheming your players open. So and to doing things, you gotta have a good offense and a good defense and really good stick work to be able to play in this league. So those guys that did play, that stayed, we had guys that's been with us forever, that been part of the Madden Franchise Junkie brand. We also have new guys that came in, man, and they felt like they've been in the league forever with us, man. So shout out to all the new members that came in without bitching and complaining about anything. They just came in, took it for the stride it was, and just made it do what it do right now, man. So as always, when I talk my real talk shit, I'm by myself. I thought my co-host would be here. Boom. I don't know where he's at. Usually after a loss, we don't really see Boone too much around right now. He took a big loss last night to the Packers, which we will talk about. Now with that being said, let's get into it, man. Let's dance with it. Do your dance with it. Do your dance with it. Do your dance with it. You know what I'm talking about? All right, so here we go, man. Game of Thrones 2. Remember the greatness. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get to it. All right, so Payne and Brown connected. Hollywood Brown got traded to the Seahawks earlier on last season, and all he did was to continue to play at a high level. So the Seahawks receiver about 100 yards, and the Seahawks got the job done and got the win over the Bucks. All right, so Murray makes his home in the end zone. The football team had all kinds of problems with the Buccaneers wide receiver. Murray reached the end zone 4 times and driving the Bucks to the win. And this is the new Henry Ruggs of the league, the new Tyreek Hill of the league. Nazeek Murray, man, he's a dog. Speed kills. He was one of the fastest receivers to come out a couple drafts ago. Fast, blazer. And with the league full of guys that's running 96 and above in the secondary, he's still running by everybody. Simple as that. Yep, it's that easy right now, man. The Chiefs is activated after being sick for about a week. He's activated. They beat the Texans. Kevin Harvey took the loss in this game right here, man. Flawless first half. 0 losses in 8 games is impressive. It's an impressive feat for any NFL team, but the Packers is doing what they do. Monster day for Jacoby Washington. They got rid of Barkley, and Jacoby is taking over. We knew he had to go find him a running back to be successful going forward. So he got rid of Barkley, and we was like, look, if you get to a bowl and win a bowl without Barkley, we gonna solidify you as the best 21 Madden 21 player in Game of Thrones for sure in the league. You will get the #1 spot. He got rid of Barkley. I thought he was doing that, being that guy to be like, you know what, I could prove that. But what he did was he went and got another running back to be able to replace that, the replica. I mean, at the end of the day, that kid, Jacoby Washington, went number 6 overall, so there's no way he should have been traded in the first place. But he was traded to him, so it gave him a baby Barkley at the end of the day. So it puts him right back in this category of being able to run the football. So let's get to it. Talk about who's doing what, when, where, and why. All right, so there's no point in talking about the weekly awards because this is that last season, so we don't have to talk about that. But let's talk about the MVP race right now. Jackson Hobbs has jumped over top of Lamar and Jalen Hurts. Jackson Hobbs is the quarterback for the Chargers. He was traded from the Redskins, or from the Washington football team, and to the Chargers, and he's been their #1 quarterback since, sitting Justin Herbert on the bench. And Hobbs is taking over. And the difference between him and Justin Herbert is the mobility. He's a dual threat quarterback. They are 7-2 right now. Jalen Hurts has the #2 spot held down. Jalen Hurts is 7-1. Took his first loss last night against those Packers. Lamar Jackson is sitting in 3. Number 3. Lamar hasn't won an MVP or nothing like that in his 7 seasons. But he does have 2 Super Bowl trophies. LaDainian Thomas, man, between him and Kyle Wallace in the same division. These 2 guys are going back and forth when it comes down to the running backs right now. Young Dustin Thomas is sitting in 6. George Barkley been traded to the Patriots, then to the Giants, is still sitting up here in the MVP conversation. Leonardo DiCaprio at quarterback for the Hollywood Saints. And then Kyler Murray for the Giants, and Deshaun Watson. That rounds off your top 10 MVP watch. Let's look at the coaches and see who's doing what. Matt Hedrick is sitting on top of everything. Matt LaFleur, all he do is win Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh sitting there at 3. Corey Richardson sitting at 4, and Doug Peterson at 5. We're going to just talk about the top 5. Now let's get into the AFC and see what's doing well. Offensive Player of the Year right now. LaDainian Tomlinson sitting at 1. Hobbs at 2. Lamar at 3. Kyle Wallace at 4, and Deshaun Watson at 5. In the NFC, Dustin Thomas, the second-year player, sitting at 1. Jalen Hurts, 2, the guy who throws him the ball. George Barkley sitting at 3. Leonardo DiCaprio and Nazeek Murray sitting at 5. And that great rookie running back, Jacoby Washington, is sitting at 6. We got to keep looking at that kid because it's going to be a difference maker down the stretch. Can that rookie get it done in the playoffs? All right, Defensive Player of the Year right now. Cliff Valentine, man. I'm impressed with this kid did with his corners. He blew it up, got rid of Alexander, got rid of what's his name? Jeff Okuda Matala. He got rid of him as well. His top 2 corners, and drafted 2 rookies last year. And those rookies played at a high level the entire year, winning the Super Bowl, one of them being the MVP of the Super Bowl. So Cliff Valentine's playing big-time football right now, sitting up here at #1. Nick Elam, the rookie corner for the Eagles. This kid catches the interception every game. He's a dog right now. I love to see a rookie up there making noise right now, especially where we at, season 8. Antoine Winfield, he's always been up there. Josh Sweat is making noise right now. And here's the MVP of the Super Bowl last year, Austin Ingram, sitting at 5 right there. So there's your 5 defensive players. And the AFC, here we go. Derwin James, all he do is win Defensive Player of the Year. Jalen Ramsey saying, not so fast, my friend. Patrick Willis, the best outside linebacker in the league. And Ashton Davis from the free safety spot at 4. And then L'Jarius Sneed is back in the mix. We haven't heard nothing from L'Jarius Sneed since the first 2 seasons. He's back in the mix right now. top 5 defensive player of the year. And let's look at these rookies and see what these rookies doing. Oscar Hill for the Tennessee Titans, the speed burner, slept on, 5'8". Baby, look at the last name. Remember that last name. Tyreek's little brother, Oscar Hill, is looking like he want to win AFC Rookie of the Year. Taquan Henry, man. Chris Henry's little son has grown up. Rest in peace, Chris Henry in real life, the Cincinnati Bengal, ex-West Virginia Mountaineer. Stud receiver, man. He was the Randy Moss, the next Randy Moss and some real shit. And he passed away way too young. But he's up there in 2. Tommy Burst, the backup running back for the Jets, is sitting at 3. And Donnie Haynes, man. I think Donnie Haynes plays tight end, I'm assuming, for the Bengals. We'll find out at advance. Mario Watkins, the running back that was picked at number 7 this draft, is sitting at number 5, even though the Browns are 0-7. And the NFC, these offensive rookies are Tokobi Washington, 8-0. Drew Ski, 2 running backs, so he's getting it done with 2 rookie running backs. I told you to get back. I don't like that name, but whatever. He's sitting at 3. Max House, the big bat, actually the number 1 running back taken in the draft, is sitting right here at 4. And Kentrell Gaulden, IVKT, whatever the fuck that means. I think he's a receiver. He's sitting at 5 right now. And my boy Matthias Means, Natron Means' son, sitting on a 6 looking out from 5 right now. All right, so let's get to it. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Of course, Nick Elam, all he does is catch picks. Sam Mills, the middle linebacker, the number 1 pick in the draft, is sitting at number 2 right now. Smoking Demon Pack, the linebacker, man. He put the XFL football name on the back of him. Smoking Demon Pack is sitting at 3. Matt Wembley at 4 for the Giants. And number 2 pick in the draft, Khalid Fitzsimmons, sitting at 5. There go your top 5 defensive players, rookies of the year. And the NFC. Now, the AFC defensive rookie of the years are John Beeson at 1 for the Bengals. At 2, Justin Batman Hodges at 2. And you got Sheldon Yarborough, the safety for the Chargers, at 3. Tyree Stump, another player for the Chargers, sitting at 4. And 5, Derek Fields, the corner, sitting at 5. This is one of my favorite corners from Temple. 5-2. They 5-2 right now, the Tennessee Titans, and he's sitting at 5 on the outside. Rookie safety Ron Israel, looking like he want to battle for that top spot. Let's go. All right, man. So we see that. So let's look at best quarterbacks in the AFC. Hobbs, T.J. Finley, one of my favorite quarterbacks. Devin Haney, all Dirty Rat do is throw them things up the shark, and he does it well. Josh Allen, Computer Love, Wardell Bean sitting at 5. 6 and 7, we don't got all 10 up here yet, but our top 5 right now is Hobbs, Finley, Haney, Allen, and Bean. NFC style, who's up tier right now? DiCaprio, Hurts, Osborne, Kyler Murray, and Jake Payne sitting at 5. Top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC. Top 5 running backs in the NFC. George Barkley still holding it down. Tokobi Washington. George Barkley is telling us, yes, I'm that good. I'm on 3 different teams in months, and I'm still the guy, the best running back. You know what I'm talking about? Aaron Herrera is starting to come alive, man. He was getting shut for all that speed. This is like Chris Johnson with that speed right there, but he's starting to step up. And Big Buy, or Big B, however you want to say it, for the Vikings is at 4. And Bernard Bo Jackson, son, is sitting at 5 right now with the struggling football team at 2 and 5. And that's the top 5 in the NFC. So let's look at the AFC running backs right now. LaDainian Thomas and Kyle Wallace is battling for that top spot right now, probably in the rushing yards right there. Then we got at number 3, Reggie Bush Jr. sitting right there. And Anthony Andrews, the Tennessee Titan. He's definitely a Titan. And number 5, Naj Israel, the playoff back, is sitting up there at number 5 right now. So these are the top 5 backs in the AFC as well. Let's look at the top wide receivers in the AFC. I told you he's the best receiver number. He's the best number 1. Put it that way. For him to be on a team with explosive wide receivers and Poppy Galloway and White Mike, he usually gets lost. And man, people don't really realize what I'm saying right now, but this is the guy, man. Maurice Teller. This was one of my first picks of Game of Thrones draft in the second draft class, in the first draft class we had actually. This was my actual first pick I ever made in Game of Thrones 2. And this kid has been steady for me the entire time. Maurice Teller, he's a dog. He's a real life player, a my player I call him, from South Jersey. You know, I name all my guys players that played at a high level in Jersey. So we got a lot of them. So Maurice Taylor Cup is a dog, plays just like he played in real life. Tyreek Hill, the old man, said, "Not so fast, my friend. You're talking about all these new up-and-coming speed demons right now, but I am who I am." Tyreek Hill is sitting at number 2. Christopher Ruffin, man, listen, when D'Angelo got traded, his brother got traded to the Cowboys, Christopher said, man, they call me crossing route Ruffin for a reason. He's number 3 right now, that's 7-1. DJ Chark holding it down at 4, and there you go, Mr. White Mike. White Mike sitting at 5 right now. White Mike, 8-0. Most dangerous weapon in the league, in my opinion, as well, outside of Big Baller Bennett. But, you know, Big Baller Bennett's been quiet lately, man. So White Mike is taking this league by storm right now, man. Mr. Mike McEwen, man, another real-life player that was really like that on the field. I played high school ball with this guy, man. He's a dog. He's the head coach of my high school right now as we speak. And I let him see a video today of him. He told me yo, man, you did my speed wrong, bro. Like, I'm like, are you watching what I'm watching? He running by everybody right now. You came out at 97 speed, 98 acceleration. I don't think I could have did you any worse. But that's how fast he really was, though. All right, so NFC receivers right now, I think Dustin Thomas holding that number 1 spot down. My favorite, Zeke Murray, the other speed burner. Wesley Snipes, the 6'5 assassin. DK Metcalf still holding it down for the Giants, and he went from Arizona to the Giants and still playing at a high level. And Ricky McBath, so the Giants and Kyler Murray got 2 of his receivers playing high football right now. That's solid. I like it. Let's take a look at the offensive line. Taselli Simpkins, the 3rd real-life player. And he's a center right now for the, I think he's a center right now for the Packers, but he's the number 1 offensive lineman in the NFC. Sean Griffin for the Eagles, Victor Woodard for the Packers, Nate Howard for the Packers, and Jared Groom. When you got 4 of the top 5, you know that offensive line is moving people. It's move, bitch, get out the way. Move, bitch, get out the way. Joe Jones Israel at 1 for the Ravens. Ben Grubbs, the son of the ex-Raven Grubbs. Matthew Sessions for the Jets. Taylor Hopkins for the Jets. And Shaquille Charles for the Jets. To round off the top 5, man. You see that other Israel sitting down there. Israel's just dangerous. Boy. AFC top 5 offensive lineman. Best D lineman in the AFC. TJ Waters, the brother of Waters from the Ravens, is saying, wait, I'm the, when you get the families in the league, you got the Watt family, you get a bunch of them families in the league where their kids is all players. We're looking the same right now with the Water family, man. We got Waters all over the league, and TJ is playing at the highest level right now. Jabari Breeston, man, and part-time duty. He's not a full-time starter, but he's sitting at number 2 right now. Lamar Woodley, dog, flat out for the Steel Curtain defense over there. And Clavion Chaseon is still playing high. And Achina Nwosu is at the number 5 spot right now. NFC, here we go. Byron Sapp, balling. Terrence Crosby, number 99, he's a dog. Martin McKenzie, man, he's Mr. Shed Block himself and play on every position on the D-line at 3. Brian Burns, old man Burns, is holding it down. And Greg Brown for the Cardinals is at number 5 right now. Lamont Pippen rounds off that 6th spot. You know what I'm talking about? All right, so let's get to the linebackers in the NFC. Josh Sweat, number 1. Isaiah Simmons, number 2. I'm putting bounties on all you bitches. Max LaBounty at number 3. Matt Stevens for the Packers at 4. And Idris Elba at number 5. Daddy's song, this guy did more films with Tyler Perry than anybody. Oh, God. AFC, here we go. Linebackers, Greg Lloyd Sr., Patrick Willis, Kendrick Oliver, Devin Bush, and Miles Jack are rounding off the top 5 over here. DBs, Derwin James, Jalen Ramsey, Ashante Davis, Grant Delpit, and L'Jarius Sneed. In the NFC, we are rocking with Cliff Valentine, Austin Ingram, the top 2 corners, Nick Elam, the rookie. This is my favorite. Brian Macklin, don't forget about that safety. Brian Macklin is the brother of Jeremy Macklin, the ex-receiver for the Eagles, and he's balling at a high level again. Antoine Winfield at 5, rounding off that top 5 spot right there. I think I did the AFC already, and we did the DBs already. So that's what's going on as far as the awards right now, man, at week 9, on our way to week 10 to round off the rest of the year right now. Let's talk about it. We've been talking about good things, man. Let's remember greatness, man. Let's remember greatness. Let's go look at NFL records. What's up, wifey? Fuck out here, David Robinson knows. Did you hear me, hon? I said, what's up, wifey? You alright? Oh shit. We about to watch Snowfall. Let's look at NFL records and see who's holding down what, when, where, and how. So passing yards in the game, Deshaun Watson got it twice. Herbert's been here. Lamar Jackson's been up here twice. Hurts been up here. Camden, Murray, Sam Darnold, and Archie Manning Jr. So these is all Game of Thrones players that got game stats right now when it comes down to passing yards in the game. Let's look at passing touchdowns in the game. Joe Burrow did it against the computer back in the day when he realized we had a computer rule, threw 13 touchdowns in the game. So we 10 from Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray threw 10, Lamar Jackson threw 10, Watson threw 10, Herbert threw 10, Jackson did it twice. Then you got the Bucks, Eason, Murray, and Hurts up here for games. Let's look at rushing yards in the game. No one but Barkley with 525 yards in one game. Nyheim Hines did it, 503. Barkley did it again. Barkley did it again. Mozart was the first to give us a big-time explosive run game in Season 1 with 416. Nyheim Hines comes back, 411. Saquon did it, 399. Kyle Wallace, 398. 389 back-to-back. And then Saquon Barkley again at 379. Rushing touchdowns in the game. Damn, this guy almost had eight twice. Barkley. Hines did it with 7. Miles Sanders did it with 6. Hines came back with 6. Barkley. LaDainian had 6, and Barkley. So Barkley's the man right now. He's been up here a million times. Simple as that when it comes down to rushing. Receiving yards, Henry Ruggs did it in one game, 542 yards, and that was guaranteed against a user, no computer shit. Back in the day when he played the computer, we don't even know who that is, won't talk about it. Tyreek Hill in 2025, 461, guaranteed computer game. Reggie Bush out the backfield, computer game, guaranteed. But this wasn't. Christie, 432. Christie was doing that all season this year, as you great see. Big Baller Bennett, 427 in the game. Christie comes back, 418, 399. And then Gilchrist for the Bengals, 383 in 2023. And then Jaleel Boone, we haven't heard from him in a while, 376 yards in the game. Receiving touchdowns, Christie had 8. Christie had 7. Ruggs had 7. Lamb had 6. Then you had Christie with 6. Bennett, Christie. Simple as that. That's in the season and in the game. These boys, that's in the game, receiving touchdowns. So he did it all that. Just look at it. In 2022, he did 6 again. Then he comes back and does it in 2021. He had 6. 2022, 7. 2022, 8. That year he was balling. 2021, 8. Big time players make big time plays in big time moments, and that's what you get. Anybody hold it down for catches? We can't count Clancy with that computer shit. Ingram, 24. Andrews, 24. I'm not sure if that was a game or not, but Chenault had it for the Jaguars. I thought Christie did it, but I don't see it. No catches right now. Sacks in the game. Do we have anybody in this? Yep, modern day. Let's see. 2022, Jets. Anderson has 6. Arrington, I remember him. He had 6. Jets Peppers has 6. Hardesty for the Titans just did it just now. And Peppers for the Lions. Big time playing. Oh my God, I like that. INTs in the game. 21, 10. Remember that computer, we don't count that shit. Amos, Packers had 5 in the game. Reed, 5. Dion had 5 and 23. 5. So the number is 5 right here. These guys are balling out in that. Let's look at season stats. Kyler Murray, quarterback, threw the most yards, 6,937. He runs that. Passing touchdowns, Kyler Murray had 82 in 2022. Tied with the new quarterback for the Cardinals, Wafi Camden, with 82. Rushing yards in the season, George Barkley shattered that, 3,321 yards. And then behind him is Hines, and then Barkley again. Rushing touchdowns, 57 in the season. Barkley, as you can see, is Barkley. Simple as that. Receiving yards in the season, no one did what MC Hammer Daddy did with 3,520. Ruggs is 2,925 twice. Then Big Baller Bennett came behind it twice as well, but Christie holds that down. Looks like he'll be taking that into real draft, meaning no one's breaking that record. Bottom line, receiving touchdowns in the season, 61 by Christie. Nobody's catching that. 35 the next. Good shit, Christie. Catches. Christie came in second. That's big. 148. Michael Thomas is the only one doing something better than that. Sacks, Sweat did it, 23. He has that held down. And INTs in the season, Derwin James with 26, and nobody's breaking that record. Nobody. When I say nobody, I say nobody. What we doing? Yeah, so, all right, so that's season, man. We're not going to do career because there's going to still be a bunch of old heads. Let's see if anybody up here for career. None. What about rush, passing touchdowns? Anybody up here? Kyler Murray is up here. Lamar Jackson is up here. And Hurts is up here. So well, that's what's up. Rushing yards. Emmitt Smith. Let's see if we got any. George Barkley's on here. And Saquon's on here. And that's about it. Rushing touchdowns. George Barkley, 234, shattered Marshall Faulks, and that's Marshall Faulk Jr. actually, 174. So we do got some guys up here that's from this league: Hines, Mixon, and Barkley, and Derrick Henry. All right, receiving yards. Anybody from our league up here? Reek's up here with 15,500. And I think that's about it. Yep, that's about it. That's hard to do. Receiving touchdowns, you got Big Baller Bennett with 171 in his career. Reek with 171 as well, tied. No one's beating Jerry Rice's record. Christie up here with 160. Catches. Anybody up here? Let's see. Let's take a deep dive in it. Nobody's on there. All real guys. Sacks. Do we got anybody? Can we find any other guys? None. INTs, yep, Isaiah Simmons with 97, 3 more to 100. Can he do it before the season's over with? Darwin James, 88, Stephon Gilmore, 78, Amos, 69, Winfield, 69. All right, so we got some guys up there right now, man. That's career. You know what I'm talking about? What's up, Booney? How are you, big guy?
Hey man, pretty good, man. I didn't want to interrupt you.
We're talking about greatness, though, man. We're talking about, the last season of Game of Thrones 2. We want to talk about what happened through the whole 7 to 8 seasons we played. And we just want to talk about what was great. You know what I'm saying? Like what was some of the great moments or things you've seen that can come under the category of greatness?
Shit, great moment, man. I can't even recall. I think it was like 3 seasons ago. I think it was you and the Bengals playing. I think he won. Was it him that won off the last second pass
Oh my God! Yep, the
touchdown?
Bengals. The Bengals did that. He pulled that last second right on the goal line. It was the last play of the game, bro.
You
Dialed
know
up a
what?
little wing.
That was when he started talking the most shit, bro.
Yeah. That brought him
That was
into
the
like
moment.
that category. Yeah, I agree. Big time play. Remember, I lost in 20 like that to go to the Super Bowl against Knox. Remember, he beat me with
Yeah,
that sideline dead eye at the last
yup.
seconds. So that was a dial up, bro. And that's greatness, being able to be on a 1 yard line with pretty much last play of the game, no time on the clock, and make the play, bro. That's hard to do, and he did it with a running back out the backfield, man.
That's the
Um,
toughest place to score on the goal line, man.
Great moments, man. What about any games that big time games that happened where it was like, what about I got a good one. Cardinals and the Packers, the year the referees interfered the game on the last play, kick return to the crib, holding penalty, game over. Cardinals go to the Super Bowl and win the
That
Super
shit
Bowl.
was big because he had to come back. He had to come back from that loss. I mean,
Yeah.
he was down like 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was down, and then Falk scored to go up like 4, and he ran the kickoff back, which would have won him the game with like 22 seconds left, and the ref threw a holding penalty, called the holding penalty on his ass.
Oh
The referee
yeah,
lost the game for him, man.
I remember that
I
shit.
mean,
Motherfucker got paid off.
right, and then it's like the Cardinals goes to the Super Bowl off that game and win the Super Bowl, win their first Super Bowl with Kyler Murray behind him. So that was big. What else was some big moments? Greatness, man, that we saw. We saw greatness at its best, man. MC Hammer, daddy, that season he had, man, where he scored 61 touchdowns.
Oh
In the
man, yeah,
season with
that was
3,000 yards, bro, as a
that was
receiver,
big,
bro.
man. He was kind of like LeBron James. Man, he was in the zone. You know what I mean? That whole season, like they knew who was getting the ball, and that shit didn't
hmm
even matter.
And I mean, catching 7 touchdowns a game, bro. Like, just do that. What's that? 16 games. Let's do the math, bro. 16. He had 61 touchdowns that year, divided by 16. No, did I do that wrong? Let's go 16 divided by 61. Nope. 61 divided by 16. I'm confused. There's no way he scored 3 touchdowns a game. Let me see. So let's go 16 times. I'll do it like this. 16 times 7. Nope, that's too many. So what do you have? About 4 touchdowns a game? 16
Yeah,
times 4.
about
Yep,
five.
about 3. Yep, 3.5 touchdowns a game. Because you go 16 times 3 gets you 48. 16 times 4 gets you 64. Yep, almost 4 touchdowns a game, man. That's hard to do at receiver in an all-running league, bro. Score 4 touchdowns a game, bro. When your opponents know he's getting the football.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that was the year he got snubbed for MVP.
Yeah, that's a lot of computerness happened in that situation, though. Remember, Falk stepped in front of you, but he had a couple of computer games that pretty much catapulted him to
Yeah.
the to that MVP. Man, he stole that shit from you, quarterback. But I mean, it's not hard for a quarterback or a running
It's
back to steal that award.
quarterback league.
Hmm
Quarterback running back league. Oh yeah, definitely. But with those numbers, I think Madden just gotta they just fucked up, man, on the computer, man.
Well, you know what it is? It's EA not giving a fuck about franchise mode, not really paying attention to it real. Their AI is off of numbers and percentages. Up running backs usually win this award. So all you gotta do is rush for 33 touchdowns and damn near 2,500 yards with a running back. No matter what the other position does,
You
doesn't
know what it be
matter.
hot though, and I'm pretty sure they ain't. But the shit been done before, man. Shit, somebody said fucking Madden was spy gating on y'all ass.
Yep,
But what if they gave commissioners a chance to vote on the MVP?
that's hot.
Because now you can take account those computer games. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
And different shit. I think that should
mhm.
be hard.
Yeah, and you never know how like Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl numbers be weird too. Who they select? You know what I'm saying? Like I'll give you an example. If your receiver is number 3, or your middle linebacker playing outside linebacker, and he had the best numbers out of all the linebackers up there, but because he's the middle linebacker, he had him at outside. He won't make the Pro Bowl because 2 other middle linebackers at that natural position getting over him. You get what I'm saying? You there, bro?
Yeah.
So like stuff like that. That's just them not giving a fuck, not going the extra mile for franchise mode. That's all that is. I'm not giving a fuck. And what's up? What else was great, man? All y'all paying attention that's in the league, man. What's some greatness? What were some moments that was greatness, man, where you just saw greatness? I mean, of course, what Nano did over like a 5 season run where he
Nah,
number one.
that's so Nano that whole season where Nano was fucking tearing shit up in the league. That shit was big.
Yeah, that was
He was
big.
on top of the fucking world, even though it didn't end up where he wanted it to. Like that shit was big, man, and it was big for the league to see that somebody else, other than the normal guys, could fucking do that. You know what I mean?
And it's the guy that they say this about. You're paying money to get better. Where have you got better at? Well, I can explain where he got better at. He went from a bottom feeder as the top 10 worst players in our league to being in the playoffs every season. And that year he won the AFC. He had the best record in the AFC and had to buy. He beat every major player except Falk. That's greatness. That's greatness. That's learning to get better at this game, got better at this game, and done stuff that most people can't do at all, that haven't done that, was way better than him. Nano used to be in the AFC easy. He used to be a guaranteed walking 40 to 50 burger, and that man turned it around. Right now he's undefeated against the Bills. I'm coming back, restarting the internet, no doubt. I mean, D West hasn't beaten Nano since season 1 when he was tanking. Simple as that. Like, that's greatness. That's what we call greatness. It's getting better at this game, man. That's trusting the process. That's understanding, you know, for me to get better, I got to be amongst the good guys that know how to play this game, that's willing to help me get better, man. And he got better, and he still ain't nowhere near where he could be. And shit, because he's still a robot and beating people. So just a little bit of scheming that he did get from niggas got him always in the playoffs and relevant. You can't look at Nano as a game where you just walk right over him like, oh, this is a guaranteed win. Nobody can, because he got winning records against a lot of people in this league right now. So that's greatness. And then the run game that he came with, man, like that run game outside of T. Nano's there. Nano's up there in the run game when you know this guy's not throwing the ball more than 5 times a game and yet he's still scoring on you all game, putting up 30 points a game. That tells a lot of where he came from and where he's at with it right now, man. So that's greatness. Definitely like it, man. Boone had mic technical difficulties. He'll be back on shortly. We will get to it. Let's look at who's doing what through the first half of the season right now, man. In the NFL right now, and our passing leaders are Jackson Hobbs. Who did Jackson Hobbs play to jump over top of these guys? Kyler Murray sitting at second. Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, and Leonardo DiCaprio with Finley, Allen, Payne, and Haney and Mahoney to round off your top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right, and in the passing touchdowns, who doing the most right now? Lamar and Hurts are tied with 33. Hobbs with 29. Osborne with 27. DiCaprio with 26, Murray with 23, and there's a whole bunch of 23s running around right now. Who leads the league in INTs right now, man? So far, Wafi Camden at 25, Kyler Murray at 23, DJ Colt at 23, Eric Mahoney at 22, Posey 22, and Jalen Hurts at 21. Solari at 21 as well. 20 from Osborne, 20 from Campbell, and McGoey at 19. Mike's not leading the league in INTs right now. Wafi Camden is. Who threw the less amount of interceptions that counts as throwing touchdowns? So let's see. Right now, who's thrown for played in all 7 games? We got Lamar with 9. Deshaun Watson with 8. He's leading the league at this point. Hold on. Joe Burrow 4. Now you got to give Joe Burrow starting all with these numbers. I doubt he's starting all every game, but that's impressive with only 4 interceptions right now. Wardell Bean with 9 as well for the Chiefs. So these guys ain't turning the ball over a lot. It's a winning recipe right there, man. Percentage wise, man, you know you're gonna get a bunch of hundreds because these guys are playing. But Stephen Mahoney hasn't really played. Bean was 75, Lamar was 72, Finley was 72%, Zay Holiday 72. And what's impressive about Lamar at 72, I would say, Lamar at 72 right now is that he's averaging 345.6 yards a game. 15.1 yards a pass, so it's not like he's checking down Charlie in all game long at that. TJ Finley doing it as well. Zay Holiday, a bunch of computer love shit, but then Jackson Hobbs is 71% as well with that crazy passing game. And Kevin Harvey in his first season starting with 71% right now with 265.5 yards a game as well. So you got these guys playing at a good level right now, man. Look at the rushing attack. Let's see who carried the ball the most. Look like Kyle Wallace has got the most carries. I'm lying. LaDainian with 162, Wallace with 141, and then Jacoby with 138. Right behind him is George Barkley, Raphael Little. You got Big Bus Boomin and Reggie Bush. All your tops the whole carrying the ball right now. But yards wise right now, who's winning the rushing title at this point? 12:55. Once again, the Patriots in that run game up there, man. 12:55. Right behind him is LaDainian Tomlinson with 12:48, and George Barkley with 11:26. Jacoby Washington's 8:10. He's on his way to 1,000. Bush was 773. Nodge was 675. Anders was 669. All these guys are on pace for 1,000 yards. With Najee averaging 10.4 yards a carry right now. Look like he's averaging the most yards a carry right now. That's solid. Big ballers make big ballers things and big balling moments. 15 touchdowns. Let's see. Yep, 15 out of Kyle Wallace, 14 here, 11 for Jacoby. LaDainian with 10, Bush with 8, tied with Najee, Anders, Raphael Little, and Drewski and Deshaun Foster all tied with 8. Who's averaging the most yards a game right now? All right, so Wallace is averaging 156.9. LaDainian 156. Barkley 125, and Jacoby Washington 101.3 a game, 96.6, 97 yards out of Reggie Bush. Anders with 96 yards, and Najee averaging 84.4 yards a game right now. Who fumbles the ball the most? Let's see. Let's check that out. Eric Mahoney, the quarterback, my high school quarterback, with 5 fumbles. Posey with 5, and then Haney with 5 as well. Ezekiel 4, Harvey 4, Lamar with 4. They make Lamar fumble more than anybody I know, bro. At quarterback, all these running quarterbacks don't fumble the rock. He be fumbling all the time. All right, so Dustin Thomas with 58. Next man to him is 48. Then we got Henry Ruggs with 46, doing what he always do. Dwayne Bowie stepping up with 44. Andre Rison with 41. And you got T. Simpkins, who's just Travion Simpkins with 40. You already know the Chargers throw the ball at a high level. So our 1,000-yard receivers, we got two of them right now, Dustin and Zeke Murray right now. Right behind him is Maurice Teller with 925. DJ Chark with 879, Tyreek Hill with 849, Godwin with 817, Crossing Route Ruffin with 769, and Wesley Snipes 765 coming around the corner when we come. Now, touchdowns right now, 22 for Dustin Thomas right now, 15 for Murray, 14 for Taylor, 14 for Hill, 10 for Crossing Route Ruffin, and Big Baller Bennett is in the building with 8. Tyrese Gibson the second, 8. The running back Andy Isabella, wide receiver Andy Isabella with 8. DJ Chark 7, and a whole bunch of 7s right now. So we're not gonna say there. Pooh what? Pooh who? Pooh Jersey. You heard me, Mr. White Mike sitting up there as well. My boy Rashad Big doing big things as well too. And let's go look at who giving up the most sacks right now. Trey Perry gave up 13, and Justin McCarthy for the Chiefs gave up 11. Colton Miller, Jackson Holiday. Anytime you give up more sacks than games you played, you're not doing good. All right, here we go. Tackles. Who has the most tackles right now? Miles Jack with 58. Javion Steele, both the Jaguar linebackers are tackling their asses off. Donovan Chapman Jr. with 54. Rookie corner Elam with 53 tackles, bro. This boy is an animal at 5'10", 192. Fastest corner to come out the draft, and he making tackles. Man, this guy balling right now. My favorite stat, tackles for loss right now. Aaron Donald, 10. Isaiah Steele, 10. Montrell Stevens, 10. Jose Stevenson, 9. Diggs, Tate Diggs with 9 at D tackle. And we got a bunch of 9s. So look at the sacks right now. See if we can see who's leading that. 12 was Sweat. Crosby at 11. Greg Lloyd Sr. 10.5. And Byron Sapp with 10.5. They balling high. Now here we go with INTs right now. 7 from Ramsey. A bunch of 7s. So number 1 corner DBs right now, 7. Darwin 7. Macklin 7. 2 safeties. So we got corner, 2 safeties, corner. And then we got a safety, 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 safety. You know what I'm talking about? Them safeties getting picks right now, man. Shit. A lot of safeties getting a lot of picks right now. My boys got 7 too. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I would have to go to the AFC. You might see more. Like, let's see. Look over here. I ain't see. All right, we got all of them up there. But then you go to the NFC. It changes things. There you go. There you go. Cliff Valentine with 9. Ingram with 8. Right now. So if I look at the NFL and we go back to it right now, so they're leading the league right now. So we see 7s, but that's the game. For whatever reason, they're not registering the 2 best corners in the league right now. 9 and Ingram. So Austin Ingram and Cliff Valentine is pushing these Ravens with Lamar Sturdivant and Jalen Ramsey as the number 1 tandem corners on the team, like the best 2 corners on the team. They're your number 1 and number 2 corners are dogs. These 2 guys, the young pups, is doing some big things right now. 9 and 8 picks right now. I like it. I like it a lot right now. They balling. Way to show off. So back to some greatness, man. We got to talk about the greatness of T and his dominance of what he's done from season 1 till now, man. He's played in multiple Super Bowls. He has 3 out of 4 appearances. That's a really good high average. Even these Baltimore Ravens has been in. We've lost 2 and won 2, so we've been in 4 our damn selves. So big things right now, man. We got some up and coming guys. You got Harold Burgers who stepped his name up in a game where you got to worry about him as a player, and you can't look at him as a pushover at all, because you step into that Giants, you step into the stadium in New York, boy, them boys will put you in a situation and fast with that monster offense. And you know what? I'm not just going to slide past that. I'm going to talk about that for a little bit. Let's sit here and talk about that. This man created that monster offense. Now, obviously, it's a formation, and it's a thing you can do. I'm coming back. We started internet. It's a thing you can do at the end of the day. Where the hell is my cup at? Oh, there we go. So for him to incorporate that monster offense into his offense and really evolved it is a problem, because when he first started doing it, I had nothing but complaints. People calling me left and right, bitching. Yo, man, he cheating. I mean, that offense was so dangerous. When I called Crack the number 1 player in our league, and he played Hillberger, and Hillberger blew him the fuck out with that monster offense. is the reason why he ain't playing no more. That's how dangerous that offense is. And for seasons, people still hasn't figured it out yet right now. You're going to talk to me about that later, buddy. Hold on, cuz. We could talk about whatever happened in a second. In the middle of a real talk. Give me a second. Because you probably was cheating. Knowing you, you know you always cheating. Keep pitting that corner at safety and shit. He could play safety now. Go, Keep pitting Reeve at safety and shit. After we done told you a million times. He could play safety now, though. All right, so yeah, Hero Burgers with that monster offense, man. Like, let's see where if it got him in the top at all. Look, let's look at it. Total yards gained right now. His offense is so dangerous, and he got it figured out so well. It has him at number 4 in total yards gained. Right. So let's look at the total offensive yards right now, and he has the same thing. Has him at 4. Let's look at the passing yards. See where he's sitting at. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he does. Now if he get the run game figured out, he can get himself in the top 10 and running. Then he'll be really. I think Hero Burgers can literally get to an AFC NFC championship, and I'm really mean this. If this guy can run the ball, if he can find a way to get his running back anywhere between 15 to 1800 yards, with George Barkley over there now with that monster offense, there's no way he shouldn't be able to really play play deep into the playoffs. That's how dangerous. I respect that offense right there. So look, he's still even in the passing. Let me see. Hold on. No, I did it wrong. I apologize. My apologies, guys. All right, so yeah, Chargers 1, Eagles 2, Ravens 3, Giants 4. When it comes down to passing yards. Now in the run game though, Patriots, Packers, Jets, Ravens top 4, Titans at 5. And this is what I mean. I'm impressed. The Giants are sitting in. Are they top 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, they number 9. I'm loving it, man. Yeah, man. Anytime a guy creates that monster offense and turns it into something and has his team as a top 10 offense, top 5 in most stats, top 10 when it comes down to rushing. Let's look at points per game. Everything he's done has improved, bro. Everything he's done. All right, so points per game though. Packers sitting at 1, Ravens at 2, Eagles 3, Saints 4, Bengals, Chargers. I'm just trying to see if the Giants are. All right, so Giants aren't. They're right outside the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11. So he's number 11, right outside the top 10 right there, man. Passing touchdowns. As you can see, Eagles for 34, Ravens 33, Chargers 29, Bengals 27, tied with the Bucks, Saints 26, and them Giants sitting there. Here we go, about 8th place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8th place. Rushing touchdowns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So to me, man, him with that offense, right, I'm very impressed with him, and I think he's the most improved player that's been with us from day one since Madden 17. He's the most improved player in our league, man. And shout out to him. I think we all need to show some love to Hero Burgers, man, because that's a lot of games to be playing to become, most improved player in 2021 Madden, bro. It's just serious. I like it. I enjoy it big time. But who's doing things on defense right now? As you can see, with that Cardinals offense struggling the way they are, and they still playing at a high level, but they call it struggling because he's pressuring himself. His defense is sitting at total yards allowed, number 1. Packers do what they always do. They somewhere in the mix. Falcons at 3, Panthers at 4, Titans at 5. Cardinals at 1, and when it comes down, let's take a look at it. Nope, they're not at 1. Lions at 1 when it comes down to passes yards allowed. Cardinals at 2 with 1428. Like, think about this. In 9 games, people barely threw 1,000 yards on these guys. Colts, Packers, Falcons, Bucks, as you can see. All right, and the run. It comes down to the run. 395 yards given up on the ground from the Ravens. Packers 583, Cardinals 587, Saints 598, Falcons 623 to round off your top 5. Points allowed right now. Packers only give up 141, Cards 157, Jets 165, Titans 166, Texans 180. I think that's your top 5 right there. We got 280s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Sacks, who get into the quarterback the most as a team. Chargers 39, Bengals 33, Eagles 30, Saints 28, Jaguars 27, top 5. Fumble recoveries right now. Eagles got the most with 6, 5, Bengals 5, Dolphins 5, Bills sitting at 4, Seahawks at 4, and a bunch of 4s with the Cardinals. Who getting them picks? Of course, they are blowing everybody else out the water. The Packers with 42, Eagles 29, Ravens 3rd place with 24, Buccaneers 4th place with 21, and we got a 5th place tie between the Seahawks, the Giants, and the Patriots. And there go your defenses, your top 5 guys running around right now, man, going forward. And we got half the season still left, so it's nothing. We're not missing anything. Half the season is left, so anything could change. We could see some things changing big time right now, man. Let's get into some of them games that was played, man, on the schedule. Let's check it out. All right, so the Texans lose a close game. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. I got you, coach. Let's dig into the dice, and we talking like we want to talk. All right, fellas, into the schedule. Week 9 games that was played right now, man. You already know how we do it. We ain't got to talk about the top 10 yet because we didn't get to it. My boy Hitter is taking the night off. But I do know this. Let's talk about it. Texans, Chiefs. We got Texans Tone, my boy Tone with the Chiefs right now, and Shoguns. Shoguns got these Houston Texans right now, and let's dig into it because he got my backup quarterback that I know I shouldn't have traded. Hometown hero, South Jersey's legend, most touchdowns ever, and no one's going to beat that record. What this kid did through his 4 years. He lost 1 game in high school in his entire year. Went to Temple and played 3 different positions. Started quarterback as a freshman and sophomore, then went to running back, then comes back the last year and plays corner, and walked on to an NFL team and then didn't make it after that. But the Kevin Harvey kid is just a legend in his own. They actually celebrating him on my Facebook right now, on my timeline. They remembering the greats while I'm remembering the greats on Madden, and he was brought up. So let's talk about it. Passing yards in this game. Here we go. Offense, 390 for the Texans, 322 for the Chiefs. In the run game, they was even Stevens, 142, 146. Passing yards, offensively, 248. Kevin did his thing with 176 from Bean. 17 first downs to 12. They were both controlling the clock, I would say, in this game. 441 total yards gained to 338. 4 turnovers, though, to 1. I'm confused here. That's the reason why you lost. 4 interceptions, okay. Or turnovers itself. Red zone percentage, 75% to 50. Time of possession, 17 to 11. You would look at this game and you would think just by the numbers that the Texans will win this game until you get to the turnover margin. When you see the 4 turnovers, you can see why it was a 21-27 game. Let's dig into the numbers of Wardell Bean. 123.5, 196, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, was sacked twice. Harvey, 92.9, 267, throwing the ball, 2 touchdowns. He did throw 3 picks, 2 sacks. I'm assuming he fumbled as well for that 4th fumble. Whitaker, 3 carries, 77 yards. This guy averaged 25.7 yards a carry and only got the ball 3 times. Thurman Thomas, son. With 7 carries, 65 yards, 9.3. Nick Chubb did it too. 6 carries, 49 yards, 8.2. They was really moving the ball right here, these 2 guys. And then you got Lamb with 8 carries, 39, but no touchdowns. The only touchdown came out of Thurman's son, Thurman Thomas. Thurman Thomas had 3 of them things. I mean, Thurman Thomas, the third, had 1 touchdown with 9.3 yards a carry. Let's get into the passing game and see what we saw. Alfonso Burton, 7 catches, 110, 1 touchdown. McCole Hardman said, I'm still the new speed demon over here for these Chiefs. 3 catches, 75 yards. Simple as that. Simple as that. 2 touchdowns. Bowie had 3 catches. Chubb had 5 catches. And then you had Tyquan Henry, the rookie, with 2 catches. I can't wait to see him get activated. We know he can go deep, 22 yards a catch. 22 yards. Yep, 22 yards a catch. We know this kid can go deep. So when is he going to be the featured receiver over here? I'm waiting. Tone defense was really good when it counted. Had 2 forced some things. 2 interceptions was final 4 minutes. Damn. And that's the game, the defense. So I don't gotta really look at stats on the defense, but we can dig into it and see that Jarius Sneed had a pick, Chris Armstrong had a pick, Minka Fitzpatrick had a pick, and Derek Thomas II had a pick. And that was the ball game. Slide out of that game and keep going right now. They playing right now, so let's take that away off. They snuck that game in, little bastards. All right, so Falcons get the first win in this game right here. Badass internet. You see it, 2 starts right there. Cardinals Bears 35-6. Cardinals get back on track after losing to the Bengals week 8. 432 yards offense gain, 207. Let's dig into the numbers. We already know how shit go. YF looked good. 135.4, 333, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. Gooey had 1 touchdown and 2 picks. They also called 2 touchdowns back from Gooey. I remember, I saw it. YF got his legs going with 6 carries for 61 yards. He did fumble once. House, 9 carries, 52 yards. Battles, 13 for 45, 3.5. He tried the butt ball, but couldn't. Arsenio Monk, 2 catches, 129, 64.5. Hold up. This guy's 10 yards more than a half a field every time he catches the ball. 1 touchdown. Marshall Falk out the backfield, 70 yards, 17.5 and 1 touchdown. Isabella with 3 catches, 19 yards a catch, 2 touchdowns. Bud Jowers had 4 catches for 46 yards and a touchdown. Battles to get the ball out the backfield just as much as Falk does. This is another one of those running backs that catch the ball at a high level out the backfield. Defensively, did the turnover game play a part in here? Because we see Bay Bull with 4, Ramon Hood had 4 tackles for losses. Who got to the quarterback? Isaiah Stills did it. Jadarius Springs did it. And Greg Brown did it. And then the INTs, man. Oh, my God. You don't see Isaiah Stills, Isaiah Simmons, and Jabari Wiggins. No. Yep, with a pick right there. Jabari Wiggins, the safety, man. It's a good pick right here. Oh, my God. I wanted to see where he was at. I was looking for this guy. But as you can see, those Cardinals, 35-6. Titans, Jaguars, 3 starts. That means he playing a computer and getting his ass whooped. Simple as that. Rams, Giants. Let's dig into the numbers. 38-20, man. Max Payne still trying to get it together over there, man. You gotta come see me. Stop going to go see the wrong motherfuckers. It's that simple. 38-20. But let's dig into the numbers right now. 301 yards passing for the Rams. 349 for the Giants in that monster offense. 83 rushing yards to 100. Is Haroldberg running the ball right now with George Barkley? Boy, oh my God. 100 yards rushing over here. Whoa. 218 in the passing game. 249 in the passing game. 13 first downs to 19. Anything you could do, I can do better. Anything you can do, I can do better than you. You get a first down, so I can. You get a first down, no, you can't. Yes, I can. Simple as that. All right, 19 in them bitches. That's chain moving. That's controlling the game. Simple as that. 350 yards to 349. It was even Stevens there, and 3 turnovers to 2. That's that. That's how you go. Now look what Kyler Murray did in this game. 97.3, 263 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. McAllister, 223 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks, 1 sack. Murray was sacked twice as well. All right, and in the run game, George Barkley said, boy, I'm still who I am. 11 carries, 82 yards. You know, the difference, though, in Packer Nation, those 11 carries would be about 400. He still had 2 touchdowns. I appreciate that. Ricky Abbott is trying to get it together with 9 carries, 59 yards, 66 yards. 6.6 yards to carry right there. And Kyler Murray out the backfield, just 2 runs, 7 yards. Think about me. That's all I'm going to say. Think about me. Shit, my quarterback can run too. 1 carry, 13 yards. They both got the little scrambling quarterbacks, but who did the most? I don't know. They ain't really using them. They was back there dotting shit up. 3 catches. Fredo Santana Jr. 3 catches, 109, 1 touchdown. DK Metcalf, 8 catches, 106. Shaya Abrams Joseph, I think. 5 catches, 72 yards. Ricky McBath. Ricky Bobby. We go fast. 6 catches, 68, 2 touchdowns. That's how we're going to do it. And Keanu Bryant the third. With a touchdown? All right, who did what on defense over here? All I want to see is who picked the ball off right there, and that's my boy, Zion Beacham. He was a Raven, now he's a Ram. 2 picks, simple as that. Jabril Pepper's still playing at a high level. Tre'Davious White's over here at a high level, and you got Cortland Wolford, the 6'3" corner that nobody wanted to pick because he had 88 speed, 89 speed, but he had like 94 acceleration. He's a dog now with a pick, simple as that. Giants pull off the dub right there, man. My boy Max Payne trying to get it together over there. So, damn, what's going on with my young gunners, man? Young Camden, Bucks, Seahawks game right now. Dig deep. Dig deep. Talk about it. See what's going on. We see the score 31-12, but we need to dig inside the numbers. Why? What happened? Plus there's some Ravens all over the field now, some ex-Ravens. 203 yards offensively, 374, 42 rushing yards, 124, 161 passing, 250, 6 first down, 12, 245 total, 413. Seahawks are just moving. 4 picks to 1, 4 turnovers to 1. Simple as that. Let's dive deep. Anytime your quarterback got a 55.8 rating, you know he ain't do much. 139.5 from Jake Payne, 260, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He's only sacked 1 time. I'll take it. 6 foot, 231 pound running back from Princeton. He's smart as a motherfucker. 13 carries, 52 yards, 4 yards a carry. He had 2 touchdowns on the ground. That's the only problem the Seahawks got, in my opinion. If they can't get the run game going, they struggle. But your boy Nuna East didn't really do much. 7 carries, 30 yards. In the receiving game, Hollywood said, I'm the fastest guy on the field. 2 catches, 100 yards, averaging 50 yards a catch, 1 touchdown. There's the kid, Nazik, with 4 catches, 76. They kept him out the end zone after having a 4 touchdown performance. He got shut. Flowers had a teat, John Ross had a teat, and Devin June, the fullback, had a teat. It's that simple. So that's how that game went. 31. He kind of shut you though, bro. 31-12. That's a shutdown. All right, Browns Raiders. Colts get the dub in this game. Vikings Chargers. They played this game 39-25. What happened in this game? Oh shit. 321, 455. Both of these boys throw the ball all game long. 58 rushing, 67 rushing. 388 offensive yards passing, 263. First downs 11 to 14. Simple as that. 474 yards, 481. That's what I'm talking about. They even Stevens there. Turnovers 2, none. That's why the game looks the way it looks. Jackson, 157, 416 passing yards. No wonder he's number 1 right now. 4 touchdowns, no picks. He was sacked 4 times, but that's about it. Zay Holiday, 275, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. That's the game. In the run game, both of them ain't really do nothing, but both their backs had touchdowns. That's all that mattered. They was able to get on the field, move the ball a little bit, and get touchdowns. This kid, Jackson, 3 carries, 36 yards as a dual threat quarterback with a touchdown. Serious. Old man Chris Godwin in his 11th season with 5 catches, 157 yards. No touchdown, but he's still balling. Andre Rison, 6 for 132 and a touchdown. And Christian Kirk, man. All my boy Corey do is go pick up those receivers you're not paying attention to, those real-life receivers, and he make them play at a high level. Dean McDuffie from the wide receiver position had a touchdown. Trayvon Simpson had a touchdown. And Shamir Wall at wide receiver had a touchdown. And that's how you come out that game and you're like, wow, what happened in that game? 39-25, they was balling. And wow, I did not, you know what? Time out. Let's talk about it. This was the game of the week right here, man. I did not expect to see this, man. To me, they both was playing at a high level. Both teams came into this game undefeated. The Packers been hearing all types of shit being talked about him. He don't got George Barkley no more. He can't win no ball games. He won't win the Super Bowl without George Barkley. The man Boone said that. Boone said that himself. I hope he back, because this is what we're going to talk about. My boy Boone said, I don't care what's going on in the regular season. He can't win a Super Bowl without Charles Barkley, a.k.a. Charles Barkley, George Barkley, whatever you want to call him right now. 58-17, though, was the score in this game. Now, I don't care about box score. I care about numbers. My boy Ezekiel, rest in peace for it. 279 yards. He did throw 2 picks, 3 touchdowns. But this is the game. You can't throw 7 INTs against a dog and think you're going to win that ball game. And usually if you throw 7 interceptions against a dog, and even if you're a dog or not, usually the score is super lopsided right there. It's hard to really keep the game close when you're throwing 7 picks in a game, man. Simple as that. Kobe Washington, 25 carries. So, like, at the end of the day, I will say this. That running back's pretty solid, right? But he ain't a Barkley. Barkley get 25 carries. We're looking at 1,000 yards in the game. 8.8, 4 touchdowns. He still killed him on the ground. The one thing the Packers know about these Eagles, they struggle against the run. It's been all disc. It's been all 20 disc. They've been struggling with this run. So people know that. So until the Eagles can really show they can stop the run, they're going to be in situations like this when they play runners. Winston, 7 carries, 26 yards. The big back was shut. Drewski really ain't do much, but he did average 5 yards a carry. And Miles Sanders didn't get the ball enough. 2 carries, 19 yards, 9.5. What happened? Dustin does what he always do. You ain't shutting him down. There's nobody on the planet outside of these Ravens that can shut down Eagles wide receiver core. I know I can. I've done it. 5 catches, 164, 2 touchdowns. Boner, the tight end, is Mr. Stop and Go himself. 5 catches, 88 yards, 1 touchdown. Chris Carter Jr., 1 touchdown. Then you got the rookie, Kentrell, 1 touchdown. And that's the game right there, man. Let's look what these corners did over here because you got 2 shutdowns for sure. Look, Winfield had 2, Valentine had 2, Macklin had 2, and Ingram had 2. What I say, them 2 corners is on some straight real shit right now. They might be the best tandem in the league right now, man. I can't take away from what they doing, yo. They've been doing it since the playoffs, showing that they can play, man. They never showed their rookiness in the playoffs at all, and they're not showing it now. These guys playing at a high level. This is crazy. This is nuts. This guy got 2 corners that's really shut downs right now. All right, Lions, Saints. We don't know who's going to play that game. I got to check the chat, but we not waiting too much longer. Football team, Dolphins. We know that's a away win there. Coach Broncos, I get out of the way. That's that. All right, fellas, here we go. And here's the franchise guru. This is week 9. You already know how we go. Got a couple games that we waiting on. Really one. Once that game's over with, I hit the league. And then the game of the week coming up. Let's take a look. Broncos, Packers. Yeah, not worried about it. Falcons, Titans. I like this game. This is a must-watch game right here. This is big. The Falcons let's not forget the Falcons started off 0-4. 0-5 or something like that. Where they at right now, we'll get to that. Bears, Bucks, I would like to see this game. It's a must-watch game to me, I would think. Panthers, Colts. Panthers just took a loss. 2 new members need to play. I think he needs to play this game to get back in stride for a playoff run. Saints, Cowboys, who knows if Hollywood going to play or not. We know he'll say something in the chat because he talk a lot of shit with the Demon Time boys. But who knows if we playing the game. Texans, Jaguars, big time game in my opinion, division game. This is going to tell who's going to the playoffs this year, the winner of this game. Browns, Chiefs, always a great game to watch. Hitter versus Boom. Now look, this game has a little bit of grudge and momentum into this, man. Last time we did a real talk when Boom was hosting, him and Hitter was arguing the entire time on that chat, man. Boom said he didn't know who Hitter's quarterback was. That's how irrelevant he was. And Hitter said your quarterback is just as irrelevant, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Boom picked Bo Jackson out the game last season. He thinks he has that momentum going forward. Bo Jackson hasn't really been doing anything. Can Hitter get Bo Jackson going? And Ken Wiggins, the receiver that was traded from the Cardinals, can he get going over there for these Washington football team? Big game. Rams, Cardinals, here's the rematch. This is the game where Falk, we really knew Falk was on some struggling shit. He pulled the dub out. He came in chat snapping on guys. Yo, Drees. What up, Moni Love? What up? Dell just hit me cracking. Jets, Dolphins, not going to see that game, but the game of the week right now is Ravens, Bengals. I'm going to give the guy what he wants, win or lose. I'm going to give him the action. I was going to give him the first win and not player's ass because he's a pain in the ass, but I'm going to give him what he wants at advance. Ravens versus Bengals, you already know. He got a dog, he got to play, you know what I'm saying? He going to play smart. He ain't going to do nothing dumb. He ain't going to try me like he try other niggas. Simple as that. And if he win, he ain't going to stop talking for 3 days. If he lose, it's my team is just so better than his. He got 99s everywhere. So at the end of the day, he's going to win no matter what. 49ers, Steelers, Nat. Lions, Vikings, Nat. And Nat. And something else on me. Who's winning in their divisions right now? Here we go. Yo. All right, so as you can see, that game is, let's stay at top 10 right now. Jets 8-0, Packers 8-0, 3 Ravens. Top 3 teams are still undefeated. Right behind them, Eagles 7-1, Bengals 7-1, Chargers 7-2, Cardinals 6-2, Titans 5-2. At 9, Seahawks 6-3, and at 10, Nano snuck his way up in the top 10 with 5-3 right now. Texans right behind him, 4-4, Bucks 4-4, Panthers 4-3. There we go. All right, top 10 right now. So, but look at the division and see what's going on. AFC North. This game has implications on it. Bengals win, they should jump over top of the Ravens right now. Ravens 8-0, Bengals 7-1, Steelers sitting at 4-4, and the Browns 0-7. AFC 5-2 Titans, 4-4 Texans. All right, so the Titans got a 2-game lead on these guys right now. So this game is big for the Texans against the Jaguars. Colts sitting at 2-5 as well. AFC East 8-0 Jets. Patriots is sliding right back in the mix at 5-3. Uh-oh, things is getting interesting right now. Oh wow. AFC West 7-2 Chiefs sitting at 5-3. Uh-oh, Texas Tone is in the mix right now. One game from being on top of the division and when these guys play. I can't wait to see this game. This is a big matchup right here. All right, NFC North, we already know 8-0. Everybody else is just playing. NFC South, Bucks 4-4, Panthers 4-3, Saints 4-3, Falcons 2-5. Falcons 2-5 after losing their last game, but they on about to be 3-5. But who's going to win this division? It's tight, man. It's tight like frog ass. NFC East, Eagles 7-1. No one's close right now. You got a 4-game lead over everybody else. But Hero Burgers is on a 2-game winning streak right now. Football team has lost 4 straight. What's going on in Washington? Damn, they fucked the Capitol up. Now the Washington football team fucked up. God damn. Cowboys showing us who he is, 2-6. NFC West, 6-2. Seahawks right 1 game behind at 6-3. Can the Rams help the Seahawks get back on top of this division by beating the Cardinals at 3-5, 1-4 49ers? Simple as that. All right, fellas, my boy Ron. Hey, Moan, what's up, big boy? You already know how we do when we do when we do. You heard? And Hits the Franchise Guru. We out of here, man. That's week 9, season 8. We about to get into it. Can't wait to advance this bitch. Let's go. You heard? Holla.